All right. I think we are all up and running. Technology, which is what we're talking about today, play and technology and finding a balance. So I'm Kim Feeney. I'm a licensed independent social worker and a registered play therapist supervisor, and I help children and families lead healthier emotional lives. If you're here live, please say hello in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Um, Introduce yourself. I love to know who I'm chatting with out there. If you are watching the replay, let me know with hashtag replay because that's always fun too to see who comes back and watches things. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, anything throughout the the session today, feel free to put them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. So like I said, today we are talking about play and technology and finding a balance. And I know that this is tough. Um, Especially as because I'm in the Midwest in Iowa, as you know, weather gets colder, it's not as convenient to be outside, and technology is easy. Um, I understand that it's tough. There's certain situations when technology is necessary with kids. It's an undeniably part of our lives. It offers incredible learning and entertainment, and we got to find that balance between screen time and traditional play for our kiddos. So, starting off, the basics, the importance of play. Why is play so essential for kids' development? It's more than just having fun, it's the fundamental building block for children's growth. They learn and they develop in countless ways through play: social skills, um, problem solving, conflict management. It's their primary way of making sense of the world around them. It's how they process their emotions through play. Um, you know, Play helps children develop creativity, imagination. When they engage in pretend play, they create their own stories and scenarios. It stimulates creative thinking, it gets that right brain going. Again, developing problem solving skills, though. When they encounter challenges, building a Lego piece or a puzzle, they figure out solutions. It's like a mini laboratory for learning and experimenting for kids. And it doesn't stop there. Again, social development. They learn to share, take turns, negotiate, resolve conflicts, all essential life skills when kids play together. So it's individual growth and social growth and physical development too. Active play, running, jumping, engaging in sports, strength, coordination, gross motor skills. Play encompasses so many aspects of development. It's a holistic approach to learning and growing. And remember, play is not just for young kids. It's beneficial as they grow older. It's beneficial for us. Um, you know, so given the importance of play, we all know that technology has kind of shifted the way that kids play and interact with the world around us. Um, so we're going to talk about that next. I just want to check in and make sure there's no comments. All right, I think we're good. So, technology's impact on play. There's been a digital revolution, so to speak, in playtime. Um, Educational apps, immersive virtual worlds. Again, technology is a powerful tool for learning and creativity. Um, I've got some kids that I work with that love like coding camp. It teaches them language skills, different cultures. They get to connect with people all over the world. It is quite impressive. And of course, like I mentioned in the beginning, in the intro, it's convenient. It allows for on demand entertainment and learning, which is a lifesaver for busy parents, especially if you're a single parent. However, we have to be aware of the downsides of technology as well. And some of those downsides, um, the potential for excessive screen time. It leads to a more sedentary lifestyle. Again, they don't get that physical play. Of course, that impacts their physical health, and they grow up to lead more of a sedentary lifestyle. They're not active. They don't go outside for walks and running and playing. Kids, when I was a kid, we used to spend time outside until, the street lamps came on. But now it's easier to stay indoors and glued to a screen. And it's not just the physical health. Too much screen time affects their social development, leading to less face-to-face interactions, hindering their ability to read social cues and to build strong relationships and that ability and desire to connect with others. Especially before bed, screen time can disrupt our sleep patterns. That blue light interferes with the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that regulates sleep. Um, and again, it's not all doom and gloom. We got to find that healthy balance, leveraging the benefits of technology while mitigating the risks. And this starts with you setting boundaries and making informed choices. So, the $1,000,000 question: how do we find that balance between technology and play? All right. And we can find this. And I'll be honest, it's not a one size fits all answer for everybody. Every child is different, every family is different. There are some general guidelines and strategies that everyone can use as kind of a starting off point. So, starting with the basics: screen time. How much is considered appropriate? So, we're going to go to the American Academy of Pediatrics, and they offer some recommendations. For kids under 2, they recommend avoiding screens altogether. Children 2 to 5, they say limit to 1 hour per day of high quality programming, ideally co-viewed with the parents. Older kids and teens, it's less about strict time limits and more about boundaries, making sure it doesn't interfere with sleep, physical activity, and other essential activities. And again, remember their guidelines. Parents need to consider the child's individual needs and make adjustments as necessary. So we want to encourage kids to put down devices and engage in other activities. So one strategy that I know has worked with some of the families I work with is to create tech-free zones in your home. Like dinner is a no device zone for everybody, adults and kids alike. Have designated times during the day when screens are turned off, like before bed. Do more calming activities like coloring or reading. Offer attractive alternatives. Fill your child's day with engaging activities that don't involve screens. Outdoor play and sports, creative projects, drawing, building, music. And again, you need to be the role model. If you're constantly scrolling your device, your kids are more likely to do that as well. They learn by watching us. And communicate with your kids about the importance of balance. Explain to them the detriments and the negative sides of having too much screen time and the benefits of some of the other activities. And yes, there are ways to integrate technology into playtime in a positive way. It's kind of like a dance. Again, starting with those clear and consistent rules and boundaries. And it could be setting daily or weekly limits, specific times of day, or where screens are allowed, or tech-free days or periods of time, like meal times, for example. Having that clear structure and allowing kids to understand the expectations reduces the likelihood of conflict. Another tech-free zone could be the bedroom or any other area where you want to encourage face-to-face interaction. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the dinner table. And it's important to not just say no, but again, offering those alternatives. Filling their time with enriching experiences. And you can get involved in their digital world. Ask them about the games they play, the apps they use, the videos they watch on YouTube. Show interest. Open up the opportunity for conversation. And then you can add in points about online safety and being a responsible digital participant. And of course, there's so many educational apps and games that can complement traditional activities. Like after reading a book together, you can find an app that lets your child interact with the story's characters. So technology can be a bridge between the digital and physical worlds, using it as a tool and not letting it become the sole focus of kids' lives. Again, finding that balance is critical. So that brings me to the end of today's conversation about play and technology. Again, I can't emphasize enough. Balance is key. Setting limits, encourage diverse activities, embracing technology mindfully, and we can raise healthy, well-rounded kids in this digital age. Um, Stay tuned for next week's live. Again, I don't remember what it is. I should look before I come on, but I'm sure it'll be an engaging conversation. Again, if you're watching the replay, let me know. #replay and any comments you have put in there, and I will come back and answer them. Until next time, wherever you are in your day, hug your child and make it a great one.